What is going on, people? Welcome to Throwdown, episode 224. I'm your host, Tony Polanco, and I'm joined by Emilio Lopez.
I'm actually back home. What's up, guys?
Chris Seeley.
Hey, what's up, everyone?
Carlos Romero.
Yo, yo.
Brian Manjoma.
From 92 to 65, how the mighty have fallen.
Jesus. And Adam Vale.
Shalom, internet.
Yo, so what, Adam, you didn't make get the password, bro?
Damn right. 1, 2, 3, happy.
1, 2, 3, man, it's amazing. It's the same one I use.
Oh, see, I knew it.
All right, man. Before we start, a couple things. No Brett action. He's off to see the Captain Marvel, so we'll get his
Marvel.
Yeah, we'll see his full review up. No, we won't. We don't do that shit no more. Spoiler, man. We're spoiler alert at.
See, he likes those superhero movies.
Yeah, because his whole thing is like him and his the tattoo parlor. Every time there's a Marvel movie, they all go together. Yeah, which is kind of cool. Also, I want to give a shout out. I need to verify if they did the shout out on their end, but I want to give a shout out to Hussein Unsal, who won our contest, and Cicero actually gave him a game. He requested Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, courtesy of Spawn on Me.
Nice,
good choice, good man.
Yes.
So
yes.
I guess they set out a pre-order for that thing. Yeah. Nice.
So when they do the contest on their end, we'll send one of their listeners a game as well. I like that, man. That cross promotion shit.
Yep.
And Glorious War, as he's also he's following them on the socials, which is good too.
Yeah.
Spread the word, man. Spread the word. Brickhouse, baby.
Brickhouse.
Yeah. All right. And I think that's gonna do it because we don't really have anything vamping. It's one of those weeks where like a lot of little things happen, but nothing crazy. So we got a lot of stories.
As someone would say, mini tons.
Yeah, microtons.
Microtons. There we go.
All right. Now here's the thing. I want to do a live review of Devil May Cry 5, but I think I want to wait until there's more people in here because I want to get questions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
So yeah, let's move into it. Matter of fact, let's do this first, man. Today we learned that PS4 Remote Play is coming to iOS. There's a lot of foolishness that happened with this, which I'm going to laugh at. But let's actually see a demonstration of this. So I will swing over to Mr. Emilio. So okay, Manny. Okay, and by the way, you're the perfect guy for this because you're Mr. Remote Play. Like when this feature, because it was been here since day one on PS4, you used it a lot with your Vita.
Yeah, I did, because I do a lot of work and stuff like that. So I was actually using it with Bloodborne at the time. So let's see.
Yeah, so right now you're going to demonstrate to us what it looks like.
Yep.
Or how it functions.
Yep, how it functions. So are we clear?
Oh yeah. It looks clean, man. You got your fingernails all trimmed and everything, man. I like that.
Yeah, so there we go. So that's it. So let's just start it up.
Don't show nobody your password.
Actually, you know what? I should have did the things. So here's all the options. There's the video quality, the resolution. You can actually choose 1080p, but unfortunately, I don't have a PlayStation Pro. Let me see.
It only does 1080p if you have a Pro.
Hold on. Yeah, it only does 1080p if you're on a Pro. So you can see it now. So yeah, I can only really go up to 720, but you really don't know. You can't really notice it that much on here. Also, the frame rate, there's only standard and high. From what I...
Go ahead. Nice. I was making fun of Jagon. Yeah.
Is it blurry again?
Yeah, it's blurry again.
Shit. Come on.
Like, yo, camera, stay in focus.
Come on, stay in focus, man. Come on. All right.
I think because when you move it, it tries to do the autofocus. And...
Yeah,
okay.
Put your finger in front of the screen.
All right.
Is that gonna work? Well, it says standard and high. I like how we're talking about resolution. The resolution is shitty right now.
Yeah, the resolution. Yeah, we're talking about resolution. So all right, and can we still see this stuff? Come on.
No, it looks stupid. No, for a second.
Oh.
You got to be perfectly still, man.
Yeah, you got to be perfectly still.
Right. There you go.
Okay, there you go. So there you go. So that's all that stuff. You also have keyboard support if you want to do it. It also works with your headset. So that stuff happens. So now I guess we're going to start it up. So you're going to see my menu here.
This is interesting, and this is how is the process different from this and Vita?
It's actually not really that different. So
okay, this is interesting. So right now we're seeing the button.
Well,
layout.
this is different because Vita you use the controller.
All right, so for you guys who are like listening to the podcast, basically, when he starts it up on the top of the iPad screen, you see the PlayStation menu, and then under it you see the buttons, the D-pad, L1, L2 are that shit. The analog sticks, pretty much every single button that's on PlayStation is on the thing, and it takes up the majority of it. So the screen is actually kind of tiny in comparison.
At least in this like long
horizontal,
mode.
yeah.
So I'm actually gonna start up the game. And then I'm gonna
switch it vertical, right?
Yeah, switch it vertical. Yeah.
Well, right now it is horizontal.
I mean, horizontal, vertical. Yeah.
Okay, so right now, would you boot up? You booted up left alive.
Yep, I booted up left alive. I figured since we're I don't want to pull up an older game, so I just figured I'd do a newer game. So
which is funny because there was an unboxing video that I saw.
Well, yeah, right. Yep. I could have sworn somebody on Throwdown, unboxed it the other day. I could be wrong about that though. All right, so right now we're waiting for this shit to load.
We're waiting for a load. I'm gonna go into this mode now.
Okay, right now you have it vertical, and it looks like kind of like a controller.
Yep.
It's interesting.
See, I was gonna try it on my iPad, the 10-inch one, and I'm thinking now when it's on this side, it might be too awkward to hold.
Well, I mean, that's the inherent problem with mobile gaming in general. So basically, right now, like, go ahead, Manny.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, basically, what he's seeing right now is, when it gets in focus. Okay, I mean, right now it's fine. It's showing.
Yeah, it's fine. It looks
but as soon as he starts actually like touching the touch screen, like the controls pop up and it kind of obscures everything.
Yeah.
And this has no DualShock support, right?
No, I don't know because it vibrates every single time. Oh wait, no, excuse me. DualShock support? No, it doesn't. Which is odd.
Man, that's all it needs, and this would be awesome. Shit.
And no controller support of any kind?
No, at least for now there isn't.
Because they make those peripherals where it's like a controller that has a little phone case on top of it or whatever. Like that would be good, Granted, there's still that the delay and shit. Because they also have remote play for PC, and if you guys remember, like maybe 2 years ago, that's how I was streaming games to you guys because it was easier for me to be in front of my my PC playing games,
Yeah. The weird thing about this is that when you run this version of a remote play, you also see it on your screen, like your normal your normal TV screen wherever you have your stuff. So you can actually kind of freak somebody out, like just be playing it in another room, and it'll still.
What if it's not? What if it's just in like standby mode? It still works that way, right?
Yeah, it's still working standby mode,
and it won't turn on the PlayStation fully, right?
Yeah. All right.
So let's say some.
All right. Let's see how this works now.
Okay, so this is the movement.
Oh Jesus! Look at that! Look, again, this is the problem with mobile gaming. His hands are like blocking the screen.
Yep.
Wow, man!
And I got big hands.
It looks floaty. Like,
yeah.
How precise is that? It's not precise, is it?
I don't know.
I
don't know.
It's not great. It's as good as it's going to be.
What happened, Carlos?
But this looks ergonomical as fuck.
Yeah,
right. It's the hellest shit ever.
You really cannot play a game like this with this sort of stuff. Okay.
Yeah, maybe like a side scroller kind of thing.
Even then, man.
No, man, it's just too much on. And this is what I was wondering. I'm like, the controller on the screen. I think it probably plays better if it's in the other view.
Adam.
Yo.
My name is Mayo.
Yeah, mine. Well, that'll be easy. Just keep pressing that damn X button.
This area is so friggin'. Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
This game is also really hard.
You know what? Switch it the other way. Switch it back. Because I have a feeling that this will be better because see, the screen is the top. You're not blocking it. Yeah, it's not much of a screen, but
here's the other thing. To play this game, because in order to aim, you have to press this button. So you can't
L2.
really,
yeah,
you can't play L. You can't press L2 and do it. See it?
Yeah, like how are you supposed to hold down L2 like that?
Yeah, like how? Like what are you gonna do? Like,
and where's the thumbsticks?
The thumbsticks are down there.
The thumbsticks are on the bottom.
So you can hit L3 and R3 somehow.
Yeah, I guess so. If you click on them. Wow. I mean, again,
I think we officially found a worse controller than the Joy-Cons.
Yep.
Yeah, than the Joy-Cons. Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, mobile gaming, man. This is the reason we most of us here bash the shit out of it. Rightfully so. Mobile gaming is trash.
Do you feel like they just decided to spit this out so they could say that they have it? Because I mean, this is not functional. We can't play like this.
I have a conspiracy theory.
I'm sure it's valid because I think I know what it is.
Yeah.
And it's got to be because of all the shit that Microsoft is doing. I'm like, look, we can do that shit too.
Yeah, no.
This is how you aim with a gun in this.
Yeah, no. Oh my God, that's horrible. Look at that. So now, for you guys listening, Manny has to keep L2 pressed, or basically it's not L2. He has to hold one part of the screen and then press with. It's stupid. What's going on, Fergus?
I'm gonna try this shit.
But again, this is the inherent problem with mobile gaming in general. This is why. You know what? I'll stop because I'm still going on a big rant right now about mobile fucking gaming. It's trash. Look at this.
Is this blurry? Oh, shit. There we go. Yep, that's what you get.
Who trying to play on the toilet this bad? What's going on, Moonishin?
Yeah, man. That's what you're getting, man. That's
innate, right? Mobile gaming's the future, man. Fuck consoles.
So yeah, what you got to do is you got to aim yourself, then shoot. You can't move and shoot. Like, in other words, usually you use your top fingers. You can't even do that on this. Is this shaking?
I don't know. Also, I don't know how you click on the thumbsticks.
And I'm slowing down. You see it?
Is that a plus phone or standard size?
You click on them just by pressing them. What's going on, Glorious War? By the way, we gave you a shout out at the beginning of the show for winning the contest. Yeah, this is trash. But Adam, anyway, my conspiracy theory is that because the Vita's dead, they figured, okay, we need something. So here you go. And there's more people on iPhone than had Vita.
Yep.
I thought when they switched everything over, once I heard about this remote, I'm like, oh, it's going to be just like what we have on Vita, but clearly it's not.
Well, it's not because, you don't even have DualShock support on this. That's the problem.
That's just it. I really thought it was going to have controller support. I was like, oh, this is perfect.
All right. Let's try that.
Oh, you have a demo for Indivisible?
Yep.
Nice. All right, this will be the last thing because this is horrible, and then I still got to get to the funny stuff about remote play.
Gameplay recording currently paused.
Don't play Anthem on it; it'll crash your phone.
It'll crash my phone and my PlayStation.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a bit. Carlos, what happened?
Oh, you said we got something funny to talk about from this, and I'm like, funnier than this?
I mean, no, it actually is funnier than this.
So yeah, there's definitely games on this thing you cannot even play.
All of them,
especially any things that you have to hold your thing on. I would say maybe an RPG.
I guess like a turn-based RPG. Yeah, Kristen has the right idea. She says she'd only use this to watch a Blu-ray or DVD. Yeah.
Yeah. She tried this earlier herself on trying to play Resident Evil 2. That did not work out.
Was those the picture she tweeted out of her, dying?
Yeah.
This thing is trash.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, this game is kind of turn-basedy, but still.
Yeah, it's also very, platformy.
I've played this at E3 a couple of times. Yeah.
Oops. Yep, so there you go, guys.
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting. But anyway, I want to get to the funny stuff. Actually, no, we'll worry about that later. What are you guys' impression of this?
I don't know. It's half-baked.
Just give us a controller, and I think it'll be fine. It needs a DualShock.
Yeah,
it needs a DualShock to pair with it. Yeah, I agree.
I'm surprised it doesn't have controller support to begin with, because this, I don't know who said it, but the controllers look half-assed. It's like, okay, we're gonna get all of the buttons and just throw it in the screen, and hopefully you can play something.
Yeah, it's like you're watching this and you're like, yo, did you guys actually play this shit before you released it? Because this is terrible.
Yeah.
But again, this is like the same for every cell phone game. So you know what I'm saying? They're not really doing anything.
I hear somebody's PlayStation menu back there.
I turned the app on, like, and it turned my PlayStation on. Now, remember when I was asking about if it's on standby mode? Well, it turned the shit on and it switched my input.
Damn. Don't worry, Glorious. We're gonna get to that. That's the funny part I was talking about. Actually, no. Let's get to it now. Fuck it. Okay. Back. So basically, today on Twitter, these the Xbots, let's just call them what they are. They were comparing this to xCloud and saying, "Oh, that's it. Sony's gonna put all their games on every device. It's over." It's like, really, you guys are stupid. First of all, actually, here's the thing. I'm not gonna name any names. One guy specifically said, "Oh, with this new feature, Sony is proving that they're trying to get out of the hardware market." It's like, okay, first of all, this feature was in PlayStation 4 since day one. Like, Manny was playing Bloodborne with this shit, remote play, and like I said, I was streaming this shit, using this shit on my PC, so it's not new. And guess what, guys? Or the crazy people, you still need a PS4 to use this shit. Because guys were saying, "Oh, you don't even need a PS4 now; just play all your games."
They're nuts.
Yeah, they're not reading the
it's called remote play.
Yeah, it's not standalone play.
But you know what's going on though. These guys are so hungry for any kind of win. They latch onto it. So they're making videos and shit. It's hilarious.
Wow. Uneducated people wanting to do this, man.
Yeah. So it's funny
about that stuff.
Yeah, they're comparing this to what Xbox is doing. Like, it's not even close to what Xbox is doing.
I just ready to quit the ad. I can't do that shit.
Yeah.
The only thing that I can say is actually somewhat worthwhile on this. So, okay, you can turn on remote play and you can use your headset to talk on it. So, like, how sometimes when you guys are playing online and I'm working, right, and I'll turn my Vita on so that I can at least continue to talk to you guys while you're playing the game. You can do that with the phone. You can't even do that with the PC version of this.
You can do that with the chat though. I've done it with the PlayStation chat messaging app. You can do it.
By the way, go ahead.
You know where else you can chat on your phone?
Damn it, Carlos, you stole my joke.
Finish it, Brian.
No, you go. It's your joke.
I'll give you credit too.
Come on, motherfuckers, tell the joke.
Man, it's dead air, man.
Boo.
So the other place where that has this functionality is a Switch. You can chat on your phone.
But I mean, I'm saying if you're not really, if you're not specifically playing it, you can still log into it using that one, or you can use the other way. So at least it works. Friggin'. Like I said, at least on the PC version of this remote play, it doesn't allow you to use any of your headsets or anything like that for some odd reason. Maybe it's changed, but I remember you couldn't do that.
By the way, Glorious War says that on Xperia phones and Android, there is DualShock 4 support for remote play.
Oh no, it's only on Xperia devices because I tried to download the app on my Galaxy S8 Plus, and it just says that it's incompatible.
Yeah, I mean,
that sounds right to me. I never heard about this being on Android. That sounds more correct to me.
Yeah.
Well, then,
go ahead, Brian.
Now just begs the question, so if it's on Xperia devices and you can connect your DualShock 4, one, why is it not on other Android devices since it's already working on Android? And two, why is it not DualShock 4 on iOS? Just makes no sense.
You're right.
0 sense.
It makes absolutely no sense.
Like someone just threw this crap out and they said, "Hey, we're done with this," and that's it. No, you're not done. You need to make it worth it.
Yeah, no, you're 100% right. Like I said, it just seems like they just slapped this together over a weekend. A drunken weekend at that.
To be honest, I don't think it was. It's that. I won't say how difficult it is, but I don't think it. They already have the infrastructure there to kind of push video over to some sort of a device. So like the Vita, or the PC. So now it's just about making a UI for the phone version. But again, it's like, who wants to play a game like that?
It's fucking terrible.
Especially if you got to hold buttons. Like, the only type of games that I can ever see you sort of playing on there are maybe sort of simplified sort of games, simple games. Like I put the the Invisibles on there, right? Well, Indivisible on there, because it's a simpler sort of game. But I mean, to be honest, it's not the best way to play anything.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. But to me, the only funny part was the Xbox going crazy. Oh my God, that's it. Sony's gonna quit the console business.
They just made the ability to play remote play on there, available. But other than that, it really isn't that big of a deal at all. To be honest.
It isn't. And again, remote play has been here since day one with PS4. It is not a new feature.
Yeah. Exactly. It's actually existed all the way back to the PlayStation 3 / PlayStation.
That is
portable.
true. That's right. Yeah, that's right.
This is more like akin to like the being able to stream Xbox on your PC, because I remember that. I don't know if that was a launch feature, but it came out pretty soon after the Xbox released, where you could stream your Xbox on your PC. And now they would.
Yeah, you're right about that. By the way, Brian Glorious says that you could download an API for Android. Okay, can you play with a fucking controller? It's hard. Who wants to play like that? Fuck out of here.
The API will need controller support, so you might be able to, you can modify it and stuff, but
yeah, will it actually work with the app?
Yeah,
I didn't see any sort of things talking about controller support or anything like that within the app itself.
Yeah, all right. I think that's the verdict is pretty sound. It stinks, like Jay Sherman. It stinks. Yeah. It stinks. All right, man, let's move on here. What the fuck we talk about next? Okay, we got to talk about... Actually, how many people I'll wait. I'm going to give you guys my review of Devil May Cry 5, but I want to get more heads in here because I want you guys to ask me questions. Oh, those microtransactions. Oh, my God. All right. I got to go off on a rant about that later on. Let's talk about Anthem breaking PS4s, man. You guys heard about this shit? So, apparently this week... it was reported, I think it was one guy said it, and then it started happening to a bunch of people. Now, BioWare's like, oh, okay, yeah, we know about this, and we're going to fix it next week. So, Chris, what's your take on this, man?
Well, it's ridiculous. Like, Anthem, my theory was Anthem was overheating the systems, like it was driving the CPU too high, and people were saying their system was shutting off as if they had a power outage. It just shut off. So it wasn't even getting a warning or anything. It wasn't beeping. It would just shut off, like you unplugged it. And that's bad for the system. They warn you, don't do that like while it's in rest mode. Don't do that while it's active. So that's why people are getting, like, the system doesn't boot up properly. It probably needs to be hard reset. And some guys said they did that and it didn't work.
Wow.
Their systems are screwed. So honestly, BioWare and EA, you should eat that cost and send those guys consoles. If they're reporting that Anthem bricked their systems, like, it should be on you to replace them. I think that's number one. Number two, how the fuck do you do this? Like, I've had Spider-Man and God of War, whatever, make my PS4 almost take off into the stratosphere, but it never melted down. That shit. No. So what are you doing?
Shit, this is like the Dead Rising for Xbox 360. This is fucking melting PlayStations.
Yeah.
And not to one of the and this has actually happened to somebody that people might know. It actually happened to Greg Miller.
Yeah,
that's right.
So, never heard of him.
Yeah,
he was
Game Over Greggy. I mean,
no, I know him. Yeah, I know Game Over Greggy, man.
Not the IGN guy, but the YouTuber guy.
Yeah, that's the guy I know. See, that's high profile right there. It's happening to a lot of different people. Man, it's like how nothing. Like, this game can't get any worse. Like everything you hear about this game is just like bad, I don't know what's like.
It's like man. Fallout 76 just happened.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
With the shit with that game, and it just kept spiraling. Like, but Bethesda messed up the collector's edition. The game sucks. The game's crapping out. Like, people getting errors. Oh, they ban players now and all this shit. Like, and now this comes out where they do almost the same thing. They're banning players. Oh, the game bricks your console. All this shit, like, man. Yeah,
it's like we basically had two high profile games that have taken the hugest L's back to back, But even then, I'm gonna keep it real right now. I still think. Oh, actually, I don't know. Okay, which one took a bigger L? Because on the one hand, I think, objectively speaking, Fallout 76 had the most egregious shit associated with it, but at least it wasn't bricking consoles. So I don't know which one is worse. It's crazy, man. Fergus says 2 chipmunks could have optimized Anthem better than BioWare.
Yeah, there you go.
And again, this goes back to the shit we were talking about before. It's like, okay, people were like, okay, you put the A team on Anthem, so it kind of sucks that Andromeda came out the way it did. But you know what? If you guys have the A team, we're gonna assume that game's gonna be dope. Then the game comes out, it's not that good, and people are like, "What the fuck were you doing, man?" So I think that's a perfectly valid concern. It's like, okay, people were waiting for the A-Team to do something crazy, BioWare-ish, and they just failed, and it's sad.
And honestly, I think they've bled enough talent that what we had was the B+ team.
Yeah, I think so. At best, Yeah. And then here's my question, more for that's on the technical side. Is this like a problem with the engine they're using? Because we know BioWare had a problem with that engine. What the fuck is it called? The fire something engine?
Frostbite?
Frostbite, yeah. Like, I'm wondering if any of this shit is because of Frostbite.
I think it's something to do with the patch, because I remember when they were doing the beta for the PC, a lot of PC users were saying the same thing, that they have super systems with a great graphics card, everything was fine, and it should be able to run this game with no problem. But once they would start playing it, it would just boost everything to like 99%, and their PC would either shut off or the game would crash. They're like, why is this a resource hog? What's going on with it? And then eventually they patched it and it worked out. So it sounds like the same type of thing is happening, but on consoles where it's just using so much power, overheating, and then crashing it.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that. Yeah, that's exactly. It sounds like it's just overtaxing consoles and it's just bricking them. Yeah.
So I mean, is it? And this is not happening to any of the Xbox consoles, is it?
I don't know. I think I heard some Xbox users were experiencing it too. Not as much as PlayStation though. But don't quote me on that either. But I think some Xbox guys were having that problem. But it's worse on PlayStation. I think I heard it's worse on PS4 Pro actually.
Oh man!
Which is like, fuck. Imagine you bought that expensive ass console.
It just kills it.
So yeah, beware of Anthem. If you got the game, don't play that shit. Wait until they patch it. And even then, as a matter of fact, here's the other thing I want to talk about. Because some people wanted to get their money back from Sony, and Sony was like, nope, we ain't giving you your money back. What do you guys think about all that? They wanted refunds.
This just pushes that conversation. They should have the option for refunds, at least digital refunds. Yeah. Especially with these type of issues. If PlayStation or Sony know that this is an issue, and they should have to say, you know what, you're right. This is messed up. We'll give you a refund. We get it.
Yeah, this is extraneous circumstances. Like, I can understand if people are playing a game for a few days and are like, I don't really like this. I want my money back. But you've been enjoying it for like 2 or 3 weeks, and they have a cutoff period, like, right? But this is not normal.
Yeah,
right?
I think. Yeah, I think if a game's bricking your system, I think you have a pretty good case. Glorious War says that he's heard about people getting refunds on Reddit, but we can't confirm that either. But I think in this circumstance, I think people should get refunds if they want it, because it's killing their consoles, and it's something you could prove too, It's not like you can't prove that type of shit, It's, man, taking L's, man. Steam says 2 hours, but still, man, that's crazy. Anyway, all right, I think we got enough people in here, so I'm going to give you guys it's a review. It's not my thoughts. I beat the fucking game on Devil May Cry 5, baby. All right, so let's see where to start here. It's funny, like, actually, I'm going to cheat. I'm going to go to my fucking review and just tell you about it.
You going to read us the review?
I'm not going to read my review. I'm just going to skim it,
on geek.com?
Yes, go watch. You look at it on geek.com right now. Got posted early this morning. The reviews actually, the embargo lifted yesterday, but I kind of have the luxury of posting whatever the fuck I want. But the game drops tomorrow, So basically, the game takes place like a bunch of years after Devil May Cry 4, but it's not like a crazy amount, maybe 5 years or so. And the crazy thing about this, oh, by the way, because I was talking to Black Metal Gamer in the group chat. By the way, join our Discord, people. And he was asking me, hey, do I need to go back and play all the other Devil May Crys? I'm like, no, you don't. The Devil May Cry games have never had a good story, to be honest. Like, at least a coherent one. Like, you don't really, like, if you go into this fresh, you're fine. They give you like a little movie in the beginning if you want. You can skip it. I'll get to that in a bit. Which tell you about the characters or whatever. That's all you really need to. You just need to know the character relationships. But this isn't like Kingdom Hearts 3, where you're trying to figure out all the. No, it's not. That's not what people play fucking games. You're here for the hacking and slashing, and the hacking and slashing is very, very good. Go ahead, man.
It's just enough to get you you know, it's enough story to get them to from set piece to set piece. That's what it is.
That's all it is. That's all it is, you know. But, and by the way, in case I didn't make it clear, if you guys want to ask me questions about the game, please ask me. Obviously, the review embargo is up, so I could say whatever the hell I want. So the big interesting thing about this game is you get to play as 3 different characters. You got Nero, right? You know, from Devil May Cry 4. You got Dante, obviously. You have this new guy called V. He's like this kind of gothic weirdo dude. You know,
he looks like the Crow. He looks like the Crow mixed with Adam Driver.
Yeah, yeah, he kind of does look like Adam Driver. You know, so Nero, you know, I like I said in my review, he on the surface he kind of looks like the vanilla character because he only has one gun, one sword to attack. But he can actually he has these things called devil breakers because basically in the beginning of the game he gets his arm chopped off and now he puts like robot arms in his place. But each robot arm has a different function. You know, like one of them could stop time, one of them like shoots out like a rocket punch. You know, like there's a bunch of different functions in there, so it's kind of cool mixing and matching. Only kind of weird thing is like you can't choose what devil arm you want to use at whatever time. You know, it's like once you run out of them, it goes to the next like stack of them that you have in your inventory. But the game has like plenty, you know, scattered around if you want. But you could also buy them. And then Nero he's the only guy that has the ability to pull enemies towards him, or he could pull himself towards enemies. So he's a really good like combo guy in that sense, you know. Dante, he plays like Dante. You know, he has his 4 styles: the Swordmaster, Trickster, Royal Guard, and Gunsmith. And he's interesting because he's the hardest guy to use because not only does he have 4 different styles, he has 4 different melee weapons, 4 different guns. He has 2 different devil triggers. So there's a lot of shit with Dante, but he's like the most satisfying to master because he could do so much shit, you know. And then you have V. He's weirdo because he doesn't fight like directly. He has like a demon panther and a demon raven and like a golem that fights for him. I wasn't really feeling him at first, but I kind of got, you know, his feel, and the game kind of adjusts the difficulty. Like it doesn't throw it doesn't throw the exact same enemies that Dante would fight at him, you know. It kind of balances it out. So that's kind of cool, you know. Manny, were you gonna say about what's his face, V?
Oh no, I was gonna ask about you know, Devil Trigger. What's his face? Nero?
Yes, yeah, Nero. Yeah.
I was gonna ask about him. Is it like the same? Is he like the same guy? Because he looks quite a bit different than he did obviously in the last game he was in.
Oh yeah, he just got a haircut. It's the same guy. As a matter of fact, not only is it the same person, it's the same actor, Johnny Jan Bosch. Like, okay. When he started screaming like, "Oh shit, that's Ichigo!" Oh yes, Johnny Jan Bosch.
I'm surprised they didn't make it look like him.
Yeah,
like they usually do.
Yeah. Because you're right. In Nero in Devil May Cry 4, he looked like younger Dante, basically with the longer hair, kind of. But in this one, he has like all cropped out. You know.
You know, he looks like Devil May Cry DMC version of Dante almost.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, but yeah, it's the same Nero. You know, but yeah, I find that funny. I'm like, oh shit, that's Ichigo, which is Johnny Jan Bosch. You know,
AKA the second Black Ranger.
Yeah, and then here's from Bleach, Johnny Jan Bosch, you know, like he has that signature Johnny Jan Bosch scream. Like as soon as he starts screaming, like, yep, that's him. That's him. You could tell him a mile away because he's in so many different anime, and not only anime but different video games too. He has that signature voice. Because he only really does one voice, which is, and even when he tries to do a different voice, as soon as he starts screaming, like, yep, Johnny Jan Bosch.
Well, that's the thing about doing impressions or doing voices. Usually, it all falls apart when you scream.
Yeah. Let me see. Glorious War says he rented DM4 once. He said he never played any of these games. Okay, the combat I really like. One of my problems with the earlier Devil May Cry, the first 3 specifically, a little bit of 4, I felt the combat was too stiff. You know, like it just felt kind of stilted in a way. That's why I really like DMC. You know, the game everybody hates because the combat was so smooth. You could pull out any combos you want. This one is even better than that. Like like combos just flow so naturally, so smoothly. The characters, like they don't feel stiff at all. They feel like, even with the way the animate and stuff, everything's just really smooth and fluid. So I really like that. Like combat wise, this is the fucking best out of all of them. And then if you're playing as Dante, you get all those crazy ass moves, you know. So you're good to go on that end. And then some of the stuff I didn't really like too much. Okay. there's a multiplayer mode in this, but it's stupid. That's the best way I can put it. Like, basically, other players could join your game, but at least from my experience, they're always somewhere far off where you can't even interact with them. And at the end, you could rate them. You could either rate them or not rate them. And it's like, okay, what the fuck is the point of this? Apparently, they could. What happened?
Who are they playing?
Okay, because when you go through the game, you know, there are certain points where you get to pick characters, right? Mm-hmm. You get to select a character, so they're always playing whatever other character you didn't select. You know, like, for example, in one level I was playing as V, and then down in the catacombs I saw Dante hacking shit up. I didn't realize at first, oh, that's another player, which is kind of interesting. You know, but it doesn't really add anything, so I don't know why the hell they added that. But that's also the reason why this game needs to be connected online to play.
So can you team up with one of your 2 other friends to play the other characters?
No, it's all random.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Yeah, I'm like, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, yo, if you're gonna go this route, just go all the way in and have a proper co-op mode. You know what I'm saying? But they didn't do that, which is kind of weird. And then my other kind of problem with this is the levels. Like, the first half of the game, I thought the levels were kind of cool. It was like the city with some demon shit all over it. But then the last half, I'm not going to spoil anything. It just gets too repetitive. Like, one of the things I liked about Devil May Cry games is how inventive the levels designs get. That's another reason I love DMC. Like, the levels are just really out there and crazy, especially because they had that kind of They Live type of thing. It was like the real world, but like with all this other shit on top of it. But even if you take away from that, like, you know, of the regular Devil May Cry games, Devil May Cry 3, I felt the level designs that were really good, very imaginative. This does not touch Devil May Cry 3 at all, you know, which is a little disappointing because the last half is like, these levels all look the same now, you know. There's some cool stuff they throw in there, some psychedelic shit that, you know, they used to have in the, you know, Devil May Cry 3, but not a lot of it, which is kind of stinky, you know. But yeah, other than that, it's a good game. I think it's another one of these Capcom winners. You know, they successfully brought back Resident Evil 7. They brought back Mega Man. You know, even though it didn't go, it was never bad. You know, it didn't go away. They made Monster Hunter better, and now you got Devil May Cry 5. So yeah, man, if you're a fan of these games, go check it out. You know, and you guys have any questions in the panel?
Game of the year?
Yeah, of course, the greatest game, man. Game of the generation.
I've never really got into them. I've had them and I've played them, but I've never seen them as a key game for me. Like, the last one was kind of cool. I like the cinematic twirling around and shooting with the guns and all that stuff. But it just, I don't know. It just never really did. It was like, if I'm bored, I'll just pick it up and play it and stuff. But it was never like a key buy for me.
Well, I mean, these games are like, I consider them niche, the hack and slash games. You know, they're not really for everybody. They're really for like the hardcore guys. You know,
very arcadey. When I see like the letters pop up, I gotta get that S. Gotta get that S. I'm sick.
Yeah, like SSS. That's the biggest one. Yeah, like super stylish and stuff. But it's cool, man. What else? There was something else I wanted to mention. Oh, by the way, with the last half of the game, I don't mean in the way DMC 4 was, where you just repeat it. It's not like that. You don't repeat levels, but you'll see. You
don't play the game backwards?
No, there's none of that, you know. But obviously, because these type of games, you do have you have to refight some bosses. But you know how that shit goes. Anyway,
they have the end of the game gauntlet, right?
No, it's not as egregious as that, but there's a little bit of that. Yeah, go ahead.
Did they bring back that old mode, that Demon Tower or whatever?
That's coming in April. That's going to be a free DLC. Yeah. Bloody Palace. That's what you're talking about.
Yes, that's it. The Bloody Palace. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, when you play the game, you only have 2 difficulties to select from: a human and a devil, right? And then after you beat the game, no matter what difficulty, you unlock Son of Sparta, and then you could also unlock Dante Must Die, Heaven and Hell, Hell and Hell. So, like, if the normal difficulty, which is double, is not enough for you, there's more, ass rapey fucking difficulties for you, you know? I'm a punk ass bitch. When I first played the game, I beat the shit on human. I'm like, nope, because these games are already too tough for me, you know?
Yeah. There's that other mode that's in there. I remember playing in the last one. It was like, I'm here just for the story or something like that. I forgot what it was, similar to what God of War had.
Yeah, it's human. It's called.
Was that it? I was like, I just want to know the story. I want to have a good time. I'm not into getting all the ratings and shit.
Yeah. Also, and I did not do this. You could also set it to auto combo. But the problem with auto combos is you don't get as much rewards, like, because you know when you kill enemies you get red orbs. I'm like, fuck that shit. You know, even though my combos are scrubby combos, like I still got a nice amount of red orbs from them.
Square, triangle.
Yeah, you know how it is. No. You don't do that. This Devil May Cry. There's an attack button and a shoot button. There's no, like, you know, light attack and hard attack. And also, like every Devil May Cry game, you do a lot of crazier shit in the cinemas that you cannot do in the fucking game. Like, come on, guys, what the fuck? Like, he's killing monsters with one shot. I'm like, you can't do that in the game, man. You can't even kill monsters with your gun, really. You know?
Yeah, well, at least it's not like. Is it like 3 where he gets stabbed like 1,000 times?
Oh, no. It's not that egregious, but like some of it's more of the acrobatics he does. I'm like, man, you can't do that shit in the game, you know? Oh, by the way, Dante gets to fight with a fucking motorcycle. Like he splits a motorcycle in half. It's fucking insane, you know? Wow. And by the way, if you guys have seen the video, yes, he does do the Michael Jackson dance. Dante, like it just comes out of nowhere. Like, yeah,
no, we don't talk about Michael.
By the way, I want people to understand that Brian, he does not buy games day one or close to launch. He waits. Brian's going to buy this game now.
Yeah, I'm going to buy it. Like the dude does the Michael Jackson dance.
Yeah,
that's the one thing that sold you.
In a cinema that's only a minute long, but yeah, I was like, what the fuck? This is crazy. You know, also, I forgot another part. Yo, the RE engine. Excuse me. Okay. I think this is now one of my favorite engines, if not my favorite engine of this generation, next to Decima. This shit is ridiculous, man.
Next to the Fallout engine?
Oh, yeah, no.
Fuck out of here. Yeah, that's why I tweeted out last week. I'm like, yo, RE engine fire. You know, this shit is RE7, RE2, and now this. Damn, this shit is butter, you know? I want to see what this engine looks like running like a 2D game. That doesn't even look like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, how versatile is this fucking engine? You know?
It's crazy. It's interesting how they literally had two PlayStation era games on this new engine being developed like almost simultaneously.
Yeah.
How long ago did Resident Evil come out?
Resident Evil 2?
Yeah.
2 years ago, I believe.
No. I mean, no, the Resident Evil 2 just came out.
Oh, yeah. It came out like 2 months ago.
Yeah. That's insane.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. If, by the way, if you guys in the chat want to ask me anything, go ahead. Because I know some of you guys, but if not...
I'll ask you the inevitable question.
Uh-oh.
Is Capcom back?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they've been back. I think
they've kind of proved themselves, yeah.
Yeah, Capcom, I think we could say they came back last year when Mega Man dropped.
I was convinced with Monster Hunter World.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, Capcom's back. Yeah, Carlos, like you said, yo, if they get the fighting games in order, that's it, man.
Yeah,
I mean, they'll run on the RE engine like everything else is running on it now, right?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I want to see one of those fighting games run on the RE engine, but I don't want it to look like an RE engine game, if you know what I mean. You know?
Fuck this. Fuck the politics. If they get fucking Street Fighter back, they're the best fucking company in the fucking gaming industry.
Oh shit!
Bionic Commando, please.
Fix Carlos, that shit. I don't think I disagree with you on that one, bro.
It's like, what else do they need to prove themselves with now?
Marvel vs. Capcom. Bring that shit back. You bring that back, and Street Fighter, you're good. You know,
and fix Bionic Commando.
Well, nobody gives a fuck about that.
Whoa! And Lost Planet. Fix Lost Planet. Bring that one back.
Bring back Bionic Commando with fucking dinosaurs, and then we're good.
Yeah, there you go. That's crazy. All right, man. Let's move on here to what else are we talking about tonight? Okay, this is interesting. Apparently, Activision is not going to send early review copies of Sekiro to reviewers, which is interesting. And my thing is like, why? Like, it's either one of, usually when companies don't do this, it's because the game is bad. But this is From Software. They have a pretty good track record. So
how do you know that
they probably don't want it spoiled?
How do you know? Well, I mean, it doesn't matter if it's it's not like a reviewers like totally spoil stories that
no, they don't
these days.
Yeah,
but no, I mean, how do you know that they're not going just straight to influencers? Maybe those guys are going to get it.
That's my theory. Remember, and Manny, you caught on to it. They're not sending early review copies to reviewers. So I wouldn't be surprised if the influence. That's my conspiracy theory. I think they want the influencers to get the game first, because let's just be honest, those guys are going to be really skilled and be able to play this game, because apparently this game's even harder than any Dark Souls ever released, according to Miyazaki. You know.
Not only that for a publisher side,
Chris, you're fucking salivating right now.
Yeah, I know.
For the publisher side, it's like an instant gratification type of thing. Because let's say if they give it to someone who has, I don't know, 1 million viewers, they know 1 million people are going to see it. As opposed to if they give it to a reviewer, they don't know. They find out how many people follow him and maybe they read it or not. But you can jump in that live stream on Twitch, whatever, and you can see all those heads in real time. So like, oh shit! All right, now we know a bunch of people are seeing this.
It's if you think about it, it's almost like guaranteed advertising.
Yeah.
What if the idea was that what if you could guarantee of 1 million people were watching a commercial for your game? That's an influencer. That's an influencer.
Your market, people that actually would want to buy it. And
exactly.
And that's why I keep saying the influencers are a powerful weapon for these publishers, because they know, and let's just be honest, these guys are going to be very happy about playing the game. They're going to be very positive about playing the game, so it makes perfect sense. So it's interesting. Like, again, I don't know when the game comes out exactly. I know it comes out this month. I think it comes out this month. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, what if the influencers get it first? I would not be surprised if that's the case. I would not be surprised at all.
Well, the barrier for entry is lowered now. You just have to get past the demo screen.
Oh shit!
You can get past that, you're good.
Yeah, my conspiracy is like, they don't want these scrub ass journalists playing and giving it a low score.
It's too hard.
Yeah, right. And apparently this is like, okay, you know how in like Dark Souls you get like levels and stuff, and you could eventually get beefier. There's none of that in this game. Like, it's all about skill. Like, you can't, apparently you can't brute force your way through it like you can in a Dark Souls game,
So it's all about your skill. Make it straight.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like Tenshu.
Yeah.
That's what it seems like to me,
Yeah, so it's...
And let's be honest, if this is like any other From Software, one of the recent From Software games, it doesn't matter how much Brett said, it's not going to have that much of a story.
Yeah, let's just be
real. No, it's going to have a story. You're just going to be like, what did I just watch?
Yeah. Yeah, you got to go on forums and shit to decipher it.
You got to read all the flavor text on all the thousands of weapons that are in the game.
Yeah. So yeah, it's interesting. So there you go. When the fuck is this game coming out? I think it is this
Thursday.
month.
I think it's the end of March. The end of March, like March 22nd or something.
Oh, okay, there you go.
It's soon. Yeah.
Yeah. So Chris, I know you're hype.
I'm hyped. Yeah, I got two games. I'll get Devil May Cry tomorrow, and then I get fucking Sekiro. Yeah, I'll let you guys know.
Yeah.
When does Sekiro come out? The 22nd, I think.
I think it's 22nd. Yeah.
Cool.
Yo, Chris, man, live stream.
I'll stream it. I'll scream. I'll do Harry Carey life, like Dishonor. There it is.
There you go, people. There you go. All right, let's see, what else do we have here? Okay, this is fucking... Okay, we got to talk about... This is still a rumor, by the way. The Xbox One S all-digital edition. We talked about this before, how they're going to make a Xbox without a disc tray, right? But I got to jump into it right now because this is funny. Who the fuck is in charge of naming things at Xbox? Xbox One was already a bad name. The Xbox One S and X were confusing. And now here's the thing. If you look at the name of this thing, the Xbox One S All Digital Edition, if you take the acronyms, everybody's calling it the Xbox One SAT Edition. Like, God.
When it comes to the names, we can't even listen to them with the names because for a long time the last one was Durango and stuff, and so forget about the names. They throw that out the window. Just the fact that they're doing a digital, we know this has to be legit because this was like a year ago when an insider released a full schedule. Remember the release schedule, and it said a digital version will be coming out in 2019.
Yeah,
and sure enough, poof, here we are, and now this is coming out.
Yeah, but this isn't a stupid name like Durango or Dolphin or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, it's not.
It's just all digital. It's just all digital.
I'm sure they'll probably say something else. Maybe it'll be like Xbox Digital.
Yeah, but it's just funny. The acronym is fucking sad. It's literally sad.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
But yeah, I believe it. I believe it.
Yeah. My thing is, it's going to be size. How are they going to advertise it? Is it just the fact that it's digital, or is it going to be small enough to say, hey, not only is it digital, put it in your backpack, put it in your messenger bag, go to your buddy's house.
Check this out, Adam. They said because it won't have a Blu-ray drive, it's going to cost $100 less.
I can believe it. Those drives are expensive.
They're not that expensive.
No. But if they want to make it competitive to the point that it's like, hey, this is a good reason to get it, and if they throw in Game Pass, it'll be worth it. I think that's what they're trying to do. They're just trying to get people to get Game Pass, the subs. So it's like, you know what? Let's just get this out. We've already lost this generation. Who cares? Xbox One, people buy it. They're probably not going to buy it. We're not losing any potential customers of the bigger ones. Honestly, so here, take it.
Honestly, Xbox should just get all their freaking cards, like pull all their cards and just like save them for fucking next gen.
No, this is good though, because if this comes out now and then they get to see the market, for next gen. Exactly. If people start buying it and then it picks up steam, they're like, you see, this is it. So next gen comes, we'll see 2 SKUs, we'll see one with the tray, one without the tray, and I have a feeling it's gonna happen that way. I think people are gonna go for it because it'll probably be cheaper. You already see a lot of people jumping on Game Pass, and then of course when they do the Xbox Anywhere service, and this is gonna be an alternative. It's got to be the size too, though. The size, I think, is key. This thing has to be small.
Oh my!
Oh my! You know.
But why the S and not an X diskless?
Yeah, they're right about that.
Because it's still expensive, all those cores and all that.
I think they're doing that. It's the S because they want to test the market. You know.
This is simple. They just test it. Like, hey, you guys interested in buying something like this? And then if people start buying it, they're like, yep, we were right.
They'll be like, I'll buy it if it's an X.
What I find interesting is that now, this type of stuff isn't, like looked down upon. Like, remember with the PSP Go? People are like, what the fuck? All digital. Oh, yeah. Fuck out of here.
I think the thing that killed that situation with the Go is the fact that there was no solution, at least in the States, for retrieving your games that you've already bought.
It didn't link up. That was my reason.
I think in Japan they at least had it.
Yeah, I think eventually they did it, but like. Yeah.
They never did it here in the States, though. It was only in Japan that they had some sort of solution for that.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
But yeah, it is interesting now because people are like, all digital, but now like, oh, digital, yeah, sure, why not? Yeah.
Especially with people that travel around a lot, and you always hear about it. It's like, yeah, I travel, I bring my console, I'd like to have that experience. That's why the Switch is so popular, because it's offering that. Well, what if you had something that wasn't so big, but it was a legit console? And you can bring it with you and just put it in your bag.
Yeah, well, we don't know about the size, so that's just
That's what I'm saying. It's key. That's what I'm saying. It's got to be key. The size
gotta have some. Is it though? Is it really important though, man?
Damn right it is. Size matters. That's what
I don't believe you, Adam.
That's it. That's it.
Yo, Adam, happy birthday, man.
Thank you. See, you're the only motherfucker that remembers. Carlos jokes about it, but he never gets it right. You're the only one that actually got it right.
Wait, you think I joke about it?
I know you joke about it because I see the shit that you post on Facebook, and I'm like, fucking Carlos. I don't even know if that's really you, Carlos, on Facebook. That show's supposed to be private.
Shit. Yo, why you gotta blow up the spot, bro? Why you blowing it up? Why you blowing it up?
Why you have to be on my dick?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Airing dirty laundry and shit,
Shit, who does laundry? Fuck that.
Yeah, right. Like, I just throw that shit away. Buy new
shit. I got Febreze.
You crazy. All right, so we'll see. Again, this is still rumor, but I fucking believe it. I think this is happening. All right. Next up here, Labo VR announced for Switch. Where is Brett when you need him?
So my guess is going to
be. Am I the only one?
That's his catchphrase.
Yeah, go ahead, Randy.
Just me.
So my guess is that this thing is going to be essentially you're going to be putting your VR headset together to stick your Nintendo Switch inside. Yes.
Yeah, but
that's
what it's going to be.
Google did that already.
Google did it
Cardboard, remember?
Yeah, but share screens on this shit. Anyway, keep talking.
The Switch has a 720p screen, and that's pretty bad. So man.
How much is the screens inside of the PlayStation VR? Yeah.
It was either 1080 or I think it was 1080. I don't remember, to be honest, but I think it's 1080.
So we're saying maybe doing it with a Google a Google device would probably be even better. Would probably be better than just doing it with a Switch.
Oh yeah, because the resolution is way higher for at least for the newer phones.
Yeah. All right, guys, I got it on screen now. So yeah, that's what it looks like.
Yep, you literally put it together with cardboard. Well, okay, so it looks like it doesn't strap onto your head, right?
Yeah, how do you strap it to your head? That's a good question.
I don't think you strap it onto your head. I think it's just
okay. There you go.
Binoculars.
Does it have kickstands like Virtual Boy?
There's one picture. Look like this lady's looking into this bird's ass. What the fuck is this shit?
Wait, are we back to ViewMaster?
Oh my god!
There we go.
Keep clicking through. Okay, so it has like a little handle there.
Yeah, it has a handle. So it's just like a gimmick thing. It's not even in real games.
Oh, a fake camera.
Yeah, fake camera, and then this. By the way, okay, so that's what I saw because I saw somebody post a picture of this next to a picture of JFK. I'm like, damn, man, too soon, you know. By the way, it looks like a Super Scope 6. What the fuck? I don't know. This is stupid. Labo's stupid.
So, you know, I just have problems sticking your really expensive hand device that is incredibly easy to scratch into freaking cardboard.
Yeah.
I don't know. I could see if that thing had some sort of insane Gorilla Glass that nothing could scratch it. But I mean, they're literally saying that remember when it first came out, even the friggin' unit that charges the damn thing or puts it on the screen, the dock, literally scratches this stupid thing.
What happens to the people who drop this thing? Right? Because someone's going to drop this.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then
okay, obviously you notice that they're showing like adults playing with it, they're not showing kids playing it. Obviously, it's a thing that's supposedly meant for kids, but
for the kids.
Number one, that's a freaking expensive device. You're gonna give your kid a stupid shitty piece of cardboard that's holding this expensive piece of equipment.
Wait, I gotta jump in as Brett. Well, my friends they buy all their kids. All their kids have this. I mean, I don't understand. What do you mean? This is not a big difference in price. I mean, come on now. They get iPhones and stuff. This is nothing.
Well, no, he thought that thing was stupid too. So originally, but it's such a. I mean. Sure, what is it? $80 worth of cardboard?
Fucking cardboard,
like they did last time.
I don't know.
It's like, hey, look, we figured out a way to make peripherals for the thing. We're gonna go to a factory. No. Just use cardboard. It's all good.
And motherfuckers bought it. That's the crazy part. They bought that shit.
They'll buy this too.
Yeah. Spill a drink on it, see what happens. That's crazy. All right, and then the last story. This is interesting. This is kind of related to a question we didn't answer about E3's relevance. All right, so EA will not be doing a press conference at E3 this year. So them and Sony gone, son.
Yeah, I mean,
I can't say I'm surprised.
So wait, they're not going to rent out that space next to the convention center? Remember where they have their
place?
Yeah, no, they're going to do it at the same place they did it last time at that Hollywood Palladium thing.
Oh, so what's going to be there? They're just not going to have a press conference.
EA Play is still going to happen. It's just no press conference this year.
Oh, got you.
Well, I mean, they don't want to get everybody's hopes up and then cancel every single game that was shown on there like 2 or 3 years later.
So like, we're not expecting a high turnout this year, so
they don't want. You know why they don't want to do it? Is because they don't want to get fucking ragged on by every single person, who hates them.
Well, remember last year that conference was like everybody hated it. That EA one, everybody's making fun
garbage.
Of it. Yeah,
it was terrible.
The only thing I got out of that conference was sunburn. Being
what
outside.
To that mobile game?
Well, that and I think you had the most views on all our streams,
which is interesting. So we got something out of it. The mobile game, which one? Command and Conquer?
The one that they showed of the comparables. Did that ever come out?
I don't know.
No.
Right, because that's the thing. I mean, they spent so much time showing that shit off. I was like, I didn't hear anything about it.
Who cares? I don't give a fuck.
There you go.
So yeah, again, this goes back to what I've been saying. E3 is kind of irrelevant now, man. Like, and it's weird to say that because I remember reading about E3 and fucking EGM and shit back in the day. But it's like, okay, when you live in an age where any company could have any show at any time, and they control the message, why the fuck do you need E3 and spend all that money for? You know what I'm saying? So I'm not surprised these companies are bailing out like that, you know? As a matter of fact, I think this year's E3 is going to be whack. I think it's one of those holding pattern years where, you know, they're just circling around waiting because next year is when the real shit's going to start happening, you know? I don't know, man.
CD Projekt Red will be there with Cyberpunk 2077.
Okay, you know, whatever. It's like, I don't know, man.
Is it going to be behind closed doors again?
Probably not. Probably not. Yeah.
It's CD Projekt Red, and like, why would they announce to be there only for closed doors? Makes no sense.
Because they were there last year like that.
Yeah, but why like announce to the world that they're going to be there?
No, they're going to. Yeah, if they announce it, they're going to be there. Doors. Yeah. But I guess they're going to be at the PC Gamer Show because right now we have Microsoft. They're obviously going to be there. Bethesda and Ubisoft put up asterisks on those, and the PC Gamer Show. That's it. I'm keeping it real right now because I've been going to E3 for the last 6 years. I think I may not go this year. It sounds like a waste of my time, to be honest. You know,
we have more time to hang out.
We do, you know, and I'll be able to host Throwdown. You know, so I'm seriously considering like, what the fuck should I even bother? You know, and potentially. Because my theory is that Sony is going to have a show at the end of the year. I think it's better for me to go to that instead.
They're going to do PSX?
I think so. I think they're going to do PSX this year. You know, but E3 is like, what the fuck am I going to spend all this money for? You know, they ain't nothing. They're not going to have shit this year. You know.
So, no, actually, this is too speculative. Never mind.
Oh, well, how speculative is it? Like, you know, yeah, go ahead.
So I was thinking like, so PlayStation's not going to be at E3. And most likely it's because they don't really have much to announce.
They don't.
Like they have the games that they're going to release either at the end of this generation or at pretty much cross-gen. And my guess is like if I have my fucking Miss Cleo hat on, I think they're going to have a PSX and then they'll announce their new console
at a separate show, right?
At PSX.
Oh, at PSX. Okay, because my theory is they're going to have their own show. You know, they're going to have their own specific press conference, pretty much what they did with PS4. But why can't they do it at PSX?
Yeah, that's their show too.
But at the same time, if they have here's the thing: if they have the PS5 announcement at PSX, that's the only thing people are going to talk about from that PSX. Nothing else is going to matter. You know. So it's gonna be a tricky balance, you know. But I don't know. I'm still gonna consider what I'm gonna do. But I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna go to E3 spending $2,000? That's how much it costs people.
Yeah, with hotel
and flight. Yeah, it's like $2,000 every year. You know, it's like I may as well save my money. You know, the fuck am I gonna go out there for? But you know, yeah, it's whack, man. But anyway, what do you guys think about you know, EA not being at E3 and you know E3 in general?
Who cares? Think about it. We're done. This is it. It really doesn't matter. Think about it. This is what everybody was hyped for. Anthem. It's here, and now what?
Yeah.
Now we're disappointed.
What do they have?
That's it.
I'm
they don't have Star Wars game. That's it. It's just Star Wars.
They canceled it. They canceled
not the
There's another one. There's another one. They canceled both of them, right?
No, the Respawn one is still coming. They said.
Wait, was it Amy Hennig good? The Amy Hennig one?
That one's gone. No, the Respawn
that one's gone. Yeah,
that one's gone. They canceled Titanfall 3.
Yeah, well, you got Apex Legends.
Yeah, that's canceled.
They're about to cancel fucking Dragon's Age.
Brett's not here, mate. Call it the real name.
Oh, Dragon Age.
Thank you.
I find it funny that like Adam thinks that EA actually can make a Star Wars game and not cancel it.
Hey, this one is still going. That's one from Respawn. I don't care. I mean, I'm not that big into it, but
okay, you know
Star Trek for life. That's it. Spock kills all of them.
EA has made since EA partnered with Disney, they've made as many Star Wars games as they've cancelled.
Damn.
Yeah, 2.
Shit, yeah.
They made 2 Battlefront games too.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, 13.
So they canceled half their games.
Yeah.
Jesus. Yo, I'm sorry. If I was Disney, I'd pull that fucking license. You know?
If I was Disney, I'd make lots of changes with lots of people and doing stuff.
Yeah, but we're not going to get into that. You know?
Well, the thing about the Star Wars license is, you know how licensing works. It's not Disney that's, it's paying them to do those games. It's EA paying Disney for the rights to do those Star Wars games.
Maybe that EA money's too good. You know.
Well, I mean, to be honest, it's like, you know, the only reason why Disney would even complain is if it starts to damage their brand, and that loot box thing damages the brand.
Yep, that's what happened. You know,
that's why he's like, that's why he's like, they had that call. He's like, hey, what's going on over there? You know what I mean? So it's like. And then, you know, you saw a situation. Oh, yeah, we're happy with the EA thing. Yeah, they're fucking happy because they're still getting paid for their shit. Yeah. They get paid no matter what, because as long as EA has the license, they have to pay Disney or, you know, Lucasfilm for the rights to make whatever they can make with it.
Yeah, Carlos, go ahead.
Yeah, like if you think about it, like if Apex Legends wasn't a huge success, EA would be in a fucking gutter right now, because they haven't really done anything. Other than their sports titles, like what the hell's keeping them afloat?
Yeah, you're right. Everything besides their sports games is taking L's.
Like Battlefield.
Their biggest title this year got discounted a week after release, and it's getting worse.
Man, yeah. Battlefield 5. Yeah, fuck. Yeah, EA needs something, man. Gotta have something.
Gotta have something.
You know? All right, man. So that's that. So since we still have some time here, what have you been playing lately? Adam, we'll start with you.
Final Fantasy 15 Pocket on Switch.
That's
I know
that's the booby version,
fun.
right?
It's fun. It's fun because I have the regular one, which is, you know, it's beefy, and this one it's fun. It's got all the voice work, the voice actors, all that stuff is still there. You get the story. It's got a cutesy design, but the combat and all that's still there. All the stuff that you expect, but just without all the side stuff. You still pick up different things to the recipes. There are still some side missions, not all of them, but there's still some of them. The ones that are related to the story. What?
So they released Final Fantasy 15 on the Switch?
The pocket version, yeah.
Why not the regular version?
Because you know why.
It's too big. It's too big.
That's what she said.
I mean, to be honest, I thought when it came out on the you know, for phones, I'm like, okay, I get it. It's, you know, it's this Final Fantasy 15 game, but it's like kind of done like almost like the old you know, the old Final Fantasy games, you know, little Mungie, you know, little characters, and you know, you was it like turn-based or something like that?
No, it's still action RPG. You're still running around and attacking, and then it'll prompt up like you could dodge, and then you press the A button to do that, and then you'll see another prompt. So if one of your guys want to do their abilities, you could only play as the one character. You can't switch. That's the other thing. You can't switch characters. But besides that, yeah, it's fun. I just finished doing the castle part. I'm in chapter 2. So it's cool. I like it.
All right, I got the most important question though. How's that?
How's
that food look, son?
See, the food looks cool. Looks cool, and it was cheap, and it's still cheap. I think you can still get for like $14. It's on sale. So that was the other thing, because it's like normally it's like $30, something like that. So
yeah, anything else?
But the food looks good. You still get the recipes and stuff.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, does it make you hungry when you look at the plates and shit?
It never did that before for me. I don't know.
Really, man? When I saw the place, I'm like, yo, make me all that shit.
The only time I ever got hungry looking at food in a game was with Persona.
See, and you've never played Monster Hunter, because Carlos, you know what I'm talking about, man. I see that food, son.
Cats,
yo, give me that shit, man.
Then what else? I'm playing more
Chef
stuff.
Whiskers, man.
You know,
been doing my career in WWE 2K19. So I've been doing that. Some voice work is in there, which is kind of cool. And that's pretty much it. And then, of course, back to Ninja Turtles. You know, Turtles in Time.
What are your thoughts on Ronda Rousey and why she's not popular in WWE?
Man, this ain't WrestleCast, motherfucker.
No. She's popular. She's popular. The thing is that she's not what people wanted. People wanted the heel. They wanted the evil one that we know from UFC, the one that talks shit and got that smug look on her face. They brought her in as a baby face. That's not going over well. So now
she's a heel now.
Now she just turned heel, and people were all happy because now she's talking shit. She's hitting people. She's like, yeah, this is all fake. Watch me really break your arm. Da, da, da. I'm like, yeah, that's what we wanted. We want the Brock Lesnar, the female Brock. And now we're going to get it.
Because I think people are just enamored with Becky Lynch.
I don't see it. I don't see it with her. I just don't.
By the way, I wanted to extend that because I don't have any games I played, so just
damn. All right, fair enough.
There you go.
All right, Brian, man.
I mean, you watch wrestling. That's what you playing.
Right. Brian,
no, I hear people talk about it all the time, so I know that. I haven't watched it in years.
Yeah, Adam. Brian, what games have you been playing?
I've been playing lots of Just Cause 3. Just trying to run through, get the platinum for that, because I might as well do something with my life.
Link to that. Wait, this is related to what he just said. Just Cause 4 is on Game Pass. That shit just came out.
That.
Yeah, and that's on Game
it's
Pass.
on sale for 30.
Not only that, but Tomb Raider, the latest Tomb Raiders. It's like Game Pass, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you.
It's legit now.
And Crackdown. Excuse me.
Fallout 4 also.
Nice. Glorious War is playing Devil May Cry 5 right now.
With my devil trigger.
Oh yeah, I always think about the song from Devil May Cry. The fears in your eyes.
They released the soundtrack. They have the soundtrack.
I didn't think that. I'll be honest. I don't think the music in Devil May Cry 5 was good. Nothing stood out to me.
Yeah, you're only saying that because it doesn't sound like Static X / Power Man 5000 music.
The fears in your eyes.
What about the main song? Because remember we saw that live group perform that song.
I don't remember that song.
It's like that one.
I don't remember that.
Why do you sound like Cartman?
That's why, because I can't do a female voice, so I just do Cartman's voice.
Fuck you guys, I'm going home.
Screw you guys, I'm going home.
Yep. Anything else, Brian?
I'm about to start Modern Warfare remaster.
Excuse me?
Until I'm free this month. Well, I'm technically paying for it, so I might as well just give it a go.
Yeah. Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
Also, to answer Adam's question, the Command & Conquer mobile game came out in December last year, and it's currently sat at a 71 on Metacritic, which is higher than most Xbox exclusives.
Which game?
Command & Conquer.
Oh, that game?
Yeah.
Damn.
I know.
Shit.
I know, Tony. It's terrible.
Oh my god. A shitty ass mobile game, man. Oh my god. Xbox,
71
man.
Metacritic. It's ridiculous. This world makes no sense anymore.
All right, Carlos, what you been playing? I'm fucking with you. Mr. Seeley, what have you been playing lately?
I since I platinum Resident Evil, I went to the Ghost Survivors DLC and tried to do the extra modes. So I beat Tofu and you unlock all the other versions of Tofu, and I beat all of those. I beat Hunk, and I beat most of Ghost Survivors. I'm trying to beat No Way Out, but that's like freaking impossible.
Oh, shit.
So I'm still working on that.
That's Hunk's game?
No, No Way Out is the sheriff in the gas station, and it's a horde mode by yourself. You know, it sucks.
Huh? Interesting.
Right.
Ghost Survivors.
No, I just been trying to crack that.
Nice. All right, Manny. Anything you've been playing besides? Actually, no. Left Alive. Tell us about Left Alive.
I mean, granted, I've been playing Kingdom Hearts, but I haven't had much time to play it. Yeah, well, I did stick in Left Alive. As you know, I pretty much bought that game sight unseen, and I have to say, as much as the game looks like Metal Gear and it tries to do the stealth stuff, I like Metal Gear and all that stuff. It definitely is not a Metal Gear. The controls are insanely stiff. The game wants you to be creative, and it wants you to be like, oh, you use traps and all kinds of distractions to get past the guards, right? That's how it works. But the thing is that for a game that's wants you to be creative, it's not very it's very just rigid as far as it. And also the way the game works is it's also quite punishing. If you don't decide to play the game as the game intends you to play it, it kind of gets on you. I mean, if you saw for a couple of seconds, that was the location that I had gotten to in the game, and I had played the beginning part multiple times. The guards, there's no way to take out guards, with just you do like a chop to the neck, or you get them into a chokehold like Metal Gear. You gotta have to find an item that it can help you. So like I found a pipe. You can knock a guy out, but you really can't. It still alerts everybody around you. So it's like, and then not to mention there's also fucking mechs walking around, like giant, front mission mechs. And if they see you, they fucking shoot missiles and machine guns at you. And you as the character, obviously, because, you're supposed to be a normal person and you can't take a lot of damage. If you get to a certain point, you have to kind of use like styptics and all kinds of first aid on yourself to kind of heal yourself if you start to bleed, and you can essentially bleed to death in the game.
Oh shit.
It's a game that I think I said this on Twitter because I kind of wrote a little semi review on there. I just said that the game it's almost like an older game that got a remastered, but they didn't fix any of the controls.
Oh shit.
So it's like it's got these clunky ass controls, but it looks nice. So you're like, I kind of want this to be better than it actually is. And I just would say like the best, if anybody does decide to play the damn game, I say I can't exactly suggest the game itself, but as we said in our little unboxing of the mech edition of the game, that is well worth the price. It's good, it's like 100 and something change, right? You get an awesome art book, you get a really cool like robot figure, and the steel book, it's a steel book, but it's much better than the actual game, much better than the game actually needs to be. Much better than the game that deserves. It's like I look at this, I'm like, wow, this is an amazing like special edition collector's edition. Then I look at that cheesy ass Kingdom Hearts one where they give you this lousy little tiny little art book that has mostly the key art, which is all the CG stuff that you see everywhere. No concept art, no nothing. In that Left Alive book, all kinds of really cool. Like I should pretty much flip through all the 80 pages on our stream, on our unboxing video. Yeah. Like all the design work, there's the Shoji Shinkawa is a character designer. They got the guy who designed a bunch of Gundam in the Gundam game and the Gundam shows. So the art wise, the game looks nice. Like looking at the game, it looks really cool. Just the controls are just I'm gonna still attempt to complete the game because to be honest, it's like I did buy this game, so might as well play the damn thing.
You should stream it.
That's what I'm saying, man. Stream that shit.
And I'll tell you why too. I went after I know you got that game. I went on PS Store, Xbox Store, everywhere. Square is not promoting this game at all.
No,
doesn't have a banner, nothing. I had to search for it on each store, and then I found it.
Yeah, which is weird because it's such an odd thing because it's like, okay, it's got all these people. It's the director of Armored Core, right? From Software. It's Yoji Shinkawa from Kojima Productions. It's this dude from Gundam who designed a bunch of the Gundam. It's like, okay, it's got all these people that are kind of in the right place, but granted, I feel like Square almost realized that the game was just like, oh, okay, this thing is not as good as we thought it should be. But yeah, so I'll play it for you guys, but it's a bit of a difficult one, and I definitely think if you do decide to play it or decide to get it, be patient with it because it doesn't do it because modern stealth games, we're talking about obviously Metal Gear. We're also talking about Splinter Cell and a few other games, even to an extent Uncharted. Has these sorts of things. Those games do it so much better than this does. And they allow you to fuck up. This one, it's like you fuck up. You saw me even on that on our little me doing remote play, like I'm like fumbling, and that kind of happens even with the actual game because there's just like, come on guys, give me a freer control bit so that I can do this as opposed to be this kind of weird rigid control type. So yeah, I'll play it though.
And let me ask you about Kingdom Hearts specifically, because the way I imagine you're playing Kingdom Hearts is like you understand half of the shit that's going on because you played the main games, but because I know they're throwing in shit from like all the other stuff. Like, how is that coming to you? Like,
so far, it's not bad. I mean, Mickey Mouse did like a friggin' information dump at some point in the game. He's like, oh, when the Heartless did this, and I'm like, oh wow, I didn't think I would hear Mickey Mouse literally doing a synopsis of the plot so far. But hey, there you go.
By the way, before you go on, when I got to that part, I was like, Mickey, listen to the shit they have you saying, man. What the fuck?
What have they done to you, Mickey?
Yeah, I'm like, listen to the shit coming out of your mouth.
Is this anyway, the same Mickey from the cartoon?
Yeah.
Same guy.
Yeah, it's the same guy. Yeah.
Like, listen, the same guy who played him from the cartoon. What?
No, I mean, yeah, like
there's a cartoon that's out now, the Playhouse.
Oh yeah, the Playhouse
probably is. Yeah,
it's that he is the official.
But
he
that's
is the official voice of Mickey Mouse. The second voice of Mickey Mouse passed away not long ago.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah, but that was my thought when I heard him and all the other Disney. I'm like, listen to the shit they have you saying, Jesus.
What have they done to you?
Yeah. Anyway, go on.
So yeah, I mean, for Kingdom Hearts, it's not bad. I mean, like, I feel like the worlds, and I told you this on its own. The Disney-esque worlds / Pixar worlds are all pretty much self-contained stories. So if the going through those are fine, but I always feel like at the beginning and the end, before you go into one of those worlds and after you go to one of those worlds, is usually when all the Kingdom Hearts stuff starts to interject itself and start to try to confuse you. But so far, I get what is going on. It's like, there was a war that happened, and this guy, I get it. But to be honest, it suffers from, it just suffers from being overly complicated than what it is. Somebody else almost spoiled something for me because they said there's a twist or something like that, a big moment that happens in the game. But I don't know. Hopefully nobody spoils that thing for me. But yeah, I'm enjoying the game. I'm pretty much playing it. I'm playing it like I used to. I clear out every single level. I try to get through every single thing. I even do those stupid little those flan missions. You ever seen them, Tony?
I don't like flan.
In general.
That's just disgusting.
Nice and sweet.
Nah, it's like the texture fucks me up. Man.
Choco flan is a shit, man. You guys had that?
It's disgusting, man.
Man. But anyway, there's these heartless flan things that you find in every single one of the levels. They give you different little fun challenges. One of them is like to take pictures of them find all of them and take pictures of them in different spots, or beat the shit out of a bunch of them while a giant one has an instant kill. So I'm playing those and getting items out of those. Those are fun. So yeah, I'm just taking my time with it. Just this whole month I've been working away from home, so I haven't had any real time to actually sit down. I mean, the only time I really sat down was after we did the unboxing for I want to keep calling it Front Mission for Left Alive.
It is a Front Mission game,
Well, I did the front for Left Alive. I installed it and I played it for a little longer than I should have. So yeah, but yeah, that's what's going on in the streets.
All right, I've been playing Devil May Cry 5. I finished that over a weekend. You know how I get down, man. Took me about like 10.5 hours. But I'll be honest, I probably shouldn't be admitting this publicly, given the type of show this is. I'm not really in a gaming mood right now, man.
Who are you? What is this?
You know what I'm saying? I'm really into reading right now. I'm reading comics. I'm really into fucking Conan right now.
Everything but anime.
Yeah. Like that's it. Like I'm reading the Robert E. Howard stuff. I only have one more story to go. I'm reading the Marvel comics. It's fucking good. Here's the thing about like the Conan books. Not gonna get into it. This is the first like non-superhero comics I've ever read. Like I don't really fuck with them like that. Like I think I read this thing called Pride of Babylon or whatever the fuck it was Baghdad one time. It was like it's a fucked up Lion King basically. But other than that, I don't when I read comics, superheroes, that's the shit I like. But this is on another level. Like it's fucking violent, man.
It's fantasy.
It's still fantasy. And I'm not gonna get into it right now. I just realized I like sword and sorcery more than I like high fantasy. There's no fucking elves or none of that shit in here. You know, it's just a dude with a sword. If it's a wizard, he could kill that fucking wizard. You know, there's no lasers or any of that crazy stuff. You know, exactly, man. You know, like these motherfuckers, they conjure up these monsters. Like, yeah, the monsters are crazy, but Conan could kill them. You know, it's good shit, man. But that's what I'm really into right now. I'm just more into reading right now, reading comics, reading books. Not really in a gaming mood. There's really not a lot. Like, if I'm I'm still playing games, obviously, for work. You know, I'll be playing The Division next week, obviously, and I'm going to be playing some more Halo with Carlos early next week. But other than that, not really feeling the gaming right now, man. You know, so that's where I'm at right now. But I'm still, even though I'm not feeling gaming, I'm probably still playing more games than most people, which is still funny. You know,
you're playing more games than I am.
You know, but we'll see. Yeah, I don't know, man. This year is kind of
What do you mean kind of You just had a year with Resident Evil, Devil May Cry, and a bunch of other games.
But that's what I'm saying. Like these bomb ass games came out. I'm like, yeah, they're good, but I'm not as excited for them as I should have been.
They're not doing it for you.
Tony Day's gone, man. It's gonna come.
Yeah, you know how I feel about that game, man. Yeah. Actually, no, I was very excited about Resident Evil 2, but I'm talking about for the rest of the year. Like, Like I'll play The Division. You know, Judgment, that's gonna be fucking dope. I think it's coming June 26th. I am excited for that. Control, you know, that should be really good. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I think that's what's up.
Ghost of Tsushima on August, man.
Yeah, I'm not really, you know, I'll play it, but you know, I'm not really a samurai guy like that. You know, that's why I skipped Neo, and I'm not gonna play Sekiro. I'm like, I don't care about that shit. You know,
that's an interesting.
I still haven't played that shit.
Yeah, I don't care about that shit. You know, I don't know. Let me look at the chat here. Bob Ross, Carlos, I see that shit. You know,
I've been reading the Marvel G.I. Joe, the old school one.
I want to read those. I heard those are good, man.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yo, man, you want to get down with some Larry Hama?
Yeah, exactly, man. He's still writing them too.
He's still writing,
which is crazy. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. You know, Sekiro looks cool, but you know, I don't know.
Yo, man, tell me about those Filipino politics.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
it's crazy. Yeah, I played Halo. Halo's fun. You know, me and Carlos, we had fun with that. Good game. You know, but yeah,
Halo's better. So
Halo is fucking better. You know,
it's better.
I've actually been, you know, when I'm in the mood for it, I've gone back to play Halo by myself. I'm halfway through the game, but I'm at the flood part now. I'm like, I don't know, man. It's gonna get crazy. You know, so many of them, man.
Damn.
It's all good. All right, I think that's gonna do it for us, man. So I was gonna pull up the Throwdown Your Questions thing. We don't need that. That's the other show. You know. All right, so thank you for watching and listening. Subscribe to Throwdown on SoundCloud, iTunes, and YouTube. Follow us on Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook at Throwdown Show. Links are located in the description below. Once again, I'm your host, Tony Polanco, and tonight I was joined by Emilio Lopez.
See you later, guys.
Chris Seeley.
Hey, take care, everyone.
Adam Vale.
Have a great weekend, and see you guys tomorrow. WrestleCast. We're talking about Fastlane, pay-per-view, going to WrestleMania.
Carlos Romero.
Deuces.
And Brian Manjoma.
Remember, if someone says that something is not for you, don't listen to them. Everything's for everyone.
That's right, man.
Oh.
All right, guys. We'll see you on Sunday, man. Later.
Later, guys.